everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Chloe versus the World. Let's just do a little mental well-being check-in. All is well. I was on holiday last week in Mallorca with my fam, which we'll get into, but this is actually your sign not to get acrylic on your toenails, because mine 5 years ago on my birthday after Love Island, no, it was my 26th, 4 years ago, I fell over really badly and I split my toenail in half. And then I thought, okay, cool, no drums, I'll just get acrylic on it. And then since then, it's never ever been the same. But I can either have acrylic on it or it's not as like square as the others. And I keep doing it. Anyways, I was really drunk on holiday. I was packing my case to go, and I think I was going up the stairs. But I think I was going up the stairs, and I've like caught the corner of my toe, which really hurt. And in response, angrily, I've kicked the fucking stair. So I've hurt it and then kicked it. Then the acrylic, this is actually disgusting, snapped in half and went in my toe. So I had to get my boyfriend to rip it out. Oh my God, I almost punched him in the face. So that was bad, and it was just bad, and it just wouldn't stop bleeding, and I couldn't walk around the airport. And then I took my shoes off after being on the plane, and it honestly, blood everywhere. I thought, that's bad. So we got an emergency 360 podiatry in Fulham appointment yesterday, and she was like, haha, your toe is beyond so bad. And I was like, oh, what can you do to fix it? And she went, right now I must remove this toenail. And I thought, oh my God, yay. That's really what I wanted to do with my Sunday. So she was like, I'm going to do it bit by bit. She gets these fucking huge pliers and just ripped it off. Oh my God. Oh, it was hell. So bad. And then she was like looking at it, x-rayed it. Anyways, there's a fracture as well. So that's great. Can't do anything. So I'm bandaged up right now. And I don't know if I should admit this. Okay, I've always been really proud that I have small feet and I'm a size 4. And she was like, you're a size 5. I was like, oh. So, because she kept saying, basically my feet are ruined from like running and playing football. Like I shouldn't be on wiki feet, but I am, and my score's quite high. Don't know why. But she was like, I think what you should do, she looked at my trainers and then looked at my feet, and she was like, they don't fit you. And I said, is that? Yeah, that's my wiki feet page. Moving on. What's my score? I think it's quite good. Or my...
Is this...
Yeah, so that's what happened. Yeah, people on Wiki are BV strange.
Where's your rating? How do you find your... Oh,
4.95, bitch!
You go.
I think people are blind because my feet, they're not pretty. And I think I have bunions.
UK,
Why am I telling you?
It says UK shoe size, US 6, which is a UK 5. So they know your foot size better than you know your foot size.
Oh my God,
crazy.
That's really weird. Because I openly say, like, if people ever say, oh my God, you look like you got big feet, I'm always like, no, I'm a size 4. Well, guess what? I'm a size 5. And these are the only size 5 trainers that I have, these superstars. I don't even know if they're mine, but I was wearing them today. But yeah, so got a broken toe. So that was fun. And I'm all strapped up. And she was like, never, ever put acrylic on your toe. Like, stop doing it. And she says that people should just never do it. Yeah, so that was on holiday. And it was really bad.
Thank the Lord.
Look at all the mess in the background. She's like, why do I post drunk? Although, guess what? Went out yesterday. So this was after my awful appointment. I then went out for lunch with Mills and Ruby Cakes, which is what we call Ruben. I'm just telling everyone his name. Oh, you already know his name. We went out for lunch, and then I've found this new drink, which I love. I think I've been speaking about it before, a Hugo Spritz. 1 turned into 5, which turned into going to the pub, doing baby Guinnesses. Then it turned to going back home and doing a whole bottle of Absolute. And here we are. And I woke up this morning. Yeah, Prosecco, elderflower, or lemon balm syrup, seltzer, and sparkling water. Yeah, that's what's up. That is what's up. It's really good. Oh, yeah. I don't want one right now. I've actually got... Oh my God, so much is going on. I'm falling apart at the seams. All my extensions fell out on day 1 of the holiday. I think the chlorine just said no. And my hair's gone green. So I've had to do a slick back every day, which I think is making me bold, receding hair. So that's cool. And I've got this new thing where I drink and I get acid reflux. So I now have to take Zantac or whatever before I drink to just have a peaceful time. So that's my check-in done. I'm hungover. I've got a broken toe. I'm old. You know, it's all going on. Yeah, Zantac. No, like Zantac. It's an antacid. Yeah. drug ranitidine, which is used to reduce stomach acid production. I did ask ChatGPT, like, am I dying? And he was like, no, just, calm it on the tequila and champagne and have Zantac. Oh, do you know what I did this morning, actually? I don't know if I should be admitting to this. Me and Ruben had a bit of an argument last night. So I knew I needed to apologise. And I have this thing that I used to do in bad relationships where I would just gaslight them into apologising to me. And I woke up this morning and I was like, I shouldn't do that. So I asked ChatGPT how to apologise. I was like, oh, this is what I've done. I feel bad. And like, my go-to is to be like, you annoyed me first. Anyways, ChatGPT did that and I sent it. And he called me and he was like, it's so fine. You're being really dramatic. Anyways, that's my morning. Oh, it's all going on for me right now. Should we do a fishbowl to really kick things off? Because we have a lot to address in this podcast. I've been keeping my mouth, shut. I'm going to start with this first. What is it? What's the weirdest thing you've done alone that you hope no one saw? What do I do alone? I know what I've done alone. When we used to live in Essex, me and Mills, we had a heavy supply of wine. I don't know if you guys remember when we first moved in together. We would every night get blotto and do like TikTok dances or whatever. And one day, I think she was in Wales with Big Lee. Oh, at time of filming, it's Big Liam's birthday. So everyone make sure you said happy birthday to Big Lee. And he's opening a gym in, should I say that? It's called Horizon Fitness in Merthyr. I'm just plugging that shamelessly. Anyway, she was at Liam's and I drank a whole bottle of red wine to myself. Think I was going through something or it was just a Tuesday, don't know. But there was like a dance on TikTok, which I can't really remember what it was, but I tried to learn the dance and I was like singing along. And like I've done that so many times, like learning TikTok dances in secret. So that's like fine. I don't think that's that weird. I just never post them because I have no rhythm. I used to when I was younger, but that's gone. So that's what's up, really. Anyways, now I've embarrassed myself. Let's talk about something, really fucking important. It's been a minute since I've been in here and I actually forgot that SAS Who Dares Wins had aired. So that came out, I think it was like not last Monday, the Monday before. And I was only in the first 2 episodes. And okay, I left, I quit, because guess what, guys? It's fucking hell. It's hell. No one ever do it. I don't even know why I did. Well, I know why I did it. I've loved that show for years. And like me and my dad used to watch it growing up. And obviously they said, do you want this opportunity? And I was like, hell's fucking yeah, I will smash it. And I thought I'd be quite good. I spoke to Pete Wicks and he was like, it's not even that bad. Pete, you're a liar. I think it was Pete or it was Sam. Can't remember. It was ages ago. Because guess what, guys? This was filmed in May 2024, okay? And in the 2.5 weeks leading up to it, I had done an 8-day stint in Ibiza, okay? I went with White Fox, then I went with Bondi Sands, like work. Obviously, work in Ibiza is actually play for me. I was living it large, caning it, whatever. Then I flew home. I missed my flight home from Ibiza, so then I had to fly home the next morning. And I went, shoved one outfit in my case, went from there, I'd literally not even slept in my own bed, put on an outfit and went into central London because then I went to film Sidemen Inside, okay, which was 7-8 days long, locked in that hellhole room with, every night we were having XIX vodka. So I've now, what am I, day 15 into my bender. Whatever, that, self-inflicted. But in come on, 8 days in Ibiza, then 8 days inside that thing. Then I went out on the final. Obviously, I won, bitch. Don't know how I did that either. I then went from there, went out with everyone in tape. And then I thought, fuck, I'm going on SAS in the morning. I need to leave tape. So I've left tape at 2 a.m. I'm still in my Sidemen tracksuit. Left tape, gone home. Thinking, what the fuck do I pack for SAS? Shoved, I don't even know what was in my case. My case still had bikinis in it from my Ibiza because I hadn't had time. So I had that case, which then had my Sidemen stuff. Went home, packed what they gave me a list, and it was like toothbrush, hairbrush. You don't need a lot on SAS because fucking hell. So I shoved all that in a case and then got in a car. So it's now, it's 3:30 in the morning. I got in a car at 7 a.m. and drove. No, it was a bit later than that. 7 a.m. and then drove 7 hours to Wales. You can't fly there, obviously. And it was like really North Wales. And that from Essex, where I lived at the time, was fucking bad. Anyways, drove to Wales. And I remember I called my manager and I said, this is not a good idea. I should not be doing this right now. And they were like, look, you never know when an opportunity like this is going to come along. Like when I left London, I said SAS. Like normally, like I'm a runner. I go to the gym. Like I love, you know, sports, whatever. I hate heights. I fucking hate heights. But so I called my manager and she was like, Chloe, like, come on, like this is huge. You've always wanted to do SAS. And I was like, right, okay, I can do it. Then I went into a brief. You get this massive briefing before you do SAS and you're in there and you get like, there's, you know, ambulance people. What are they called? What's an ambulance person called? Paramedics, doctors, you know, psychiatrists. I remember saying to psychiatrists, look, this is what I've been doing the past 2 weeks. I'm fucked. And he was like, just give it a go. I knew I wasn't going to be good. So then they give you this chat and I'm obviously not in the right headspace. And they were like, oh, you know, there's within X amount of meters or a mile, there's an ambulance and, you know, we can get, we've got an air, helicopter, ambulance on standby. And I was thinking, why would you need that? Why would we need a fucking air helicopter? Like, what the fuck? I'm getting really, really scared. And I went into my room and I just cried my eyes out and I called my dad and I was like, Dad, I just don't think I can do it. Or it was my dad, because obviously he's like a big fan of SAS. He's like, come on, like you've got it. I just don't think anyone understood. Like I knew I didn't have it at that moment. So we wake up at, I don't know, really early in the morning. And they just drive you with a bag over your head, so fuck knows where. And then we're on this like pier, it's cold, whatever. And then I kind of see everyone. Oh no, we had to go on the day before. I had to go to a local swimming pool and show them I could swim. So I did that on a hangover. It was like me, Bimini, Connor Ben, Tasha Guri, who, by the way, I had never met before I did SAS. And I remember we hadn't met, and then we kind of had this awkward moment, like, do you like me? Like, I feel like with a podcast, people seem to think that you hate them. I don't. So we were like, do you like me? If I like you? And then I had to think, am I chat shit about you on my podcast? Like, but it was fine. Like, straight away we got along. Like, and since then we've been like great friends. I fucking love that girl. Like, she's sick as fuck. So we went swimming. Anyways, then we're like on this pier, and I just wanted to leave. I did not want to be there. I called everyone and everyone's like, just give it a go. And I'm just on this pier thinking, give it a go. And then I kind of Foxy and whatever come and they just scream in your face. I was like, go away. I just want my bed and my mum and my shower. And it was just awful. I cannot.
You're wasting a massive opportunity, you know that?
That was a bad time.
I'm done. Okay, come on, band. Go down there. Move!
Chloe Burrows has
Yeah,
voluntarily withdrawn
that's how I
from the
felt.
course.
For 30 hours I was there.
It's
I
really
just
hard
wanted to
say what it
cry.
would take for me to VW because I really don't think I give in easily at all. Like I would say, one thing that I do have is determination.
You full of shit.
The worst thing I've ever done in my whole life. But I've never done anything like this. And I don't want to like overpromise and undeliver here. So.
What was it? What sent you over the edge?
Okay.
In that moment.
In that moment, so for context, I hate heights. The first thing we did was jump off this huge thing. And like, they are so unreassuring. Like, obviously, you know, SAS, Guess what? I'm not trying to be in the army. I should never be called up. You know, I should be answering the phones, you know, or transport. I should not be on the front line. You know, if I do get called up front line, maybe it'd be different. I don't, you know, whatever. But I was terrified of jumping off this thing, and they don't even like give you like a wink. They're like, jump off. And I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Jump in the sea, fully clothed, and then, you know, then you have to swim. And I'm in like shock. I think I had a heart attack in the air. Then you have to swim, right? And you've got this outfit on the boots, and it's so heavy and it's so cold in Wales. And I remember coming up on the water, and I thought, I need to leave. I must leave now. So that was bad. So then your clothes are all wet, and then you're just drenched, and you have to go and get changed. And I've never been, it was hell. I'll tell you how awful it was. And then you're putting on all these clothes, and everyone's shouting at you. You're just always in a rush, and you've got these heavy bags. And then we get in the car and like, I luckily was in the same car as, oh my God, what's her name? Rebecca Lewis and Louis Spence. I just remember thinking, I'm in hell. And Louis was like, darling, this is the worst thing we've ever done, but let's just give it a jolly go or something like that. And I thought, right, thank God you're here. Because everyone else was quite serious. And I think they all had like way bigger balls than me. Me and Louis were there for the vibes. At this point, I don't actually know why I was there. And then he was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then we get to the camp and they're like just screaming at you. And then you get your bag with all your stuff in, which is fucking heavy. And then they say, put sand in it. So you're filling your bags with sand to make it heavier.
It's got to get heavier.
It's got to be heavier. I was like, okay, what's the fucking point in this? What is the point in this? And I remember I had a conversation with Akinfenwa and he was like, it's just when things are pointless where it aggravates you. Like, why are we putting sand in here? Like, we're all just, you know, entertainers and some whatever. And he was like, done that. And then there's loads that you guys didn't see. I mean, obviously, it's the same with every program. But like after that, we're drenched. And the only way you can like warm up or dry your clothes is this measly little heater in this crap little room. Like your socks are fucking wet. I was scared of getting trench foot. You know, come on, my feet are bad enough as it is. So then, like, I remember I was just trying to dry my socks and they called us out to the fucking courtyard. And I was like, just go away for 5 minutes. And me and Harry from the Traitors, we were late. And like we're trying to, because they said if your boots aren't laced and you haven't got this compass randomly hanging on your bag, and you haven't got 2 mugs in your bag, you will be punished. So I'm terrified of these blokes. Like they are scary. Okay, they're horrid. And me and Harry were late, so then we had to shout at everyone saying, you know, do push-ups, do burpees. I'm really awful, and I think, oh my God, everyone hates me because I can't tie my boots quick enough. So we did that. Then me and Louis Spence did a challenge, which was obviously really funny. We were like meant to save all hostages, but they only gave us a picture of one bloke. So obviously when me and, you know, how fucking ridiculous, me and Louis Spence, I've got a fake gun. He's got this fake big pole. We're running up this hill. It was bizarre. And then we see one hostage and we're like, and he didn't match the picture. How do I not know this man's not got an AK-47 behind his back? He might. I'm not a soldier. It was awful. And then so we left him, and then Louis threw a grenade at a woman hostage, and then they're screaming at us again. I was like, guys. He threw a grenade at a woman, but he didn't know she was in the room because we didn't check the room.
So and you just threw a grenade in a room?
Yeah, I don't know where the grenade came from, but then we were running out. I really remember, I wish they could have showed you like the live trial because it was really funny. Like we were running around and Louis, like we stopped for a break at a second and we were just really laughing, and then the guns were going off. It was really funny. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I think they clipped it on TikTok. I wish they did a live feed of me and Louis, because I remember leaving and thinking that was actually funny. Yeah, this is it.
Next to attempt the hostage rescue.
Let's go.
Yeah, it was slightly more positive at this point.
And number 12, Chloe.
14, you're in charge of the enforcer.
Okay. If there was a world war and they decided they're going to call everyone
Look at us with those fake guns! Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Being surrounded by thousands of soldiers, I mean, yes, I might just jump at it.
Straight in. Let's go.
I think I'd be the home guard. Like that, what was that program? Dad's Army. We'd have a gay Dad's Army, darling. Honestly, they wouldn't.
He's honestly one of the best people I've ever met. Oh, they haven't showed a challenge. There's like a woman who was there and we didn't even check the room, and Louis Spence threw the grenade in, and then the man was like, you only saved one, it's preservation of life. And in my head I was thinking, no one's dying here today.
So can you talk a bit about how intense they actually are? Like, because
oh my God.
You know, so imagine, you know, when the cameras are off, for example,
yeah,
setting up crew,
yeah,
they're still bollocking people. Sort of
oh yeah, guys, they had the I was told, I think by someone, I don't know, they had the opportunity to stay at the Hilton down the road, and they stayed on the site with us. They live in the shithole. Yeah, they live there.
Who
and you can see them all day doing the TRX things in the window. Like, what are you doing?
What's their
They're
ex-SAS.
Ex-scary people, yeah.
Ex-scary
And they're
people.
like, there was one he was American. I can't remember their name so bad. It was the American one. And me and Louis were like waiting to see the challenge. And like, Louis is so unserious. Like, he's so funny. and he got him to laugh. Like he was literally, but the American one, like he did laugh and he was like a bit nicer. And the man from Newcastle, like they're just so serious and they never smile and they just hate you. And I hated them back. Anyway, so we've done that. Louis is then thrown in the towel and I thought, fuck, he was keeping me going here. He'd said at lunch that he didn't fancy it. And it's just like silly things. Like everywhere on the site, you had to go round in pairs. And I remember we went to go and get food and I forgot my mug, obviously. And I was like, fuck, I now have to get, like, we're so cold, we're so tired. We've been out for hours. Our clothes are drenched. I've now got to get someone up to walk across things to go and get my mug. You couldn't walk in the square and all this crap. And, you know, there were so many rules, which was quite overwhelming. But I forgot my mug and then I had to go get my mug, whatever. Louis then tapped out. So then we had to go back and then we were punished because we killed all these hostages. So we had to have scrambled eggs in the rain. Why are we doing that? Why did not all of us riot and say, I'm going inside? Why did we not do that? And then they didn't even air this bit. What are they called? Yes, guard. What sergeant, whatever we were calling them. I can't remember, it was so long ago. They then were like, you guys were all really bad, so you're on night watch now and you have to go and build a fort. And we were all there like, none of this made the edit. We were like, has anyone built a fort for army before? No. So we're all like lugging tyres around, like none of us know what we're doing. And then we've kind of made a semicircle of tyres, which is our fort. And they come out and they're like, this is fucking pathetic. Well, is it what you think this would last a night? And I was thinking, oh my God, obviously not. We're not at war. Like, shut up. And then they put us on night watch, but we had no clocks. Like, we didn't have watches. No one knew the time. And we had these times to be up. But me and Tasha were at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. We didn't know how we were going to do it. And guess what? You could never be walking around on your own. So how does the person on the post go and get the next people? You have to know what time it is. We haven't got a fucking clue what time it is. So we're watching people go out when... Oh, but also, by the way, Tash is obviously deaf, so she's got a cochlear implant, but I think she needed to charge it or it wasn't in. So I had to be like, wait for the alarm to wake up and then get Tash. Guess what? My alarm wasn't working. It didn't go off. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And then I get hit, like, and the fort is miles away from bed. I can't remember who was before us. I think it was Conor Ben or maybe he was after. Anyways, we were late to that, but I hadn't slept. I just didn't know. And I was so scared of them like bollocking me because these men are scary. So then me and Tash sat on night watch. It is like freezing fucking cold, raining, and we're just staring into the distance. And you have to write down on a piece of paper like any alerts. And I was like, what are we looking? You can't see. It's pitch black. We're just staring into pitch black. And I thought, what the fuck are we writing down? So every like 10 minutes we'd write bird or something. This is like 3 a.m. I'm delusional. Then we went back. I think we were 4 a.m. Anyways, we went back and then we separated because we had to go get someone. I thought, how the fuck are we getting these people? And I think they were late as well. So we hadn't slept. We were tired, cold and wet. Bearing in mind before this, obviously, I've done Ibiza inside. Like, I am on the brink of an actual breakdown. And then they get us all in the cars. And I remember like saying to like Adam Collard, obviously I've worked with him before and like he's quite a good friend of mine. And I was like, Adam, I actually like I need to go home. Like I just need one good night's sleep and then I'll be all right. And he was like, no, keep going. I thought, and in that moment I knew. And then we were running up the hill and I'm so scared of heights, like terrified of heights. We were running up this hill and I saw these big metal things with zip line. I thought, can't do that. Then Tash threw in her band. I've not watched the episodes because I lived it. I don't need to watch it. Tash threw in her band and then she went and I thought, look, I've only got Tasha. Like, and so she left. Then I threw in my band. So that was that. And then we left and I think I said, all I need is my bed and a vape. And that I did need. So that was the end of that. It was like 30 hours of hell. I don't know how they did it. Honestly, no, and it's really hard to be in a good mood when you're like cold, tired, wet, hungry, knowing you're going to do something awful. Like, I just didn't have it in me. I was in hell. I wanted to cry, and I've never been happier than when I obviously did the 7-hour drive back. Oh my God, we had to wait for a car from London to come and kill us, so we were waiting for ages. Got back home. I got into bed, and I thought, wow, amazing. And then the Sidemen show went on and I was just trolled for the week. I thought, oh my God, I'm living in hell. I'm in hell. So So everyone who's been so nasty and like commenting on my shit, like just fuck off. Like fuck off. Why would I not have done it? It's a great show. Like we've got videos. Like people, oh my God, and I should learn this every time you do TV or work or whatever. People are so mean, but they're
Chloe Burrows has come
trolling.
out with this statement, hitting back at all the trolls
Who
for
have we got here?
ridiculing her for
What's her
dropping
name?
out on day
Steph?
2 of Celebrity SAS Who Dares Wins. Chloe posted to her Instagram story about how she's not been receiving the nicest comments about SAS, stating, for context, girl had done 8 days in Ibiza and then went straight from there to film the Sidemen Inside show for a week, then straight from there to film SAS. She was exhausted and wanted her own bed and a cuddle from her mum. I forgive a girl for being so naive, but jumping at opportunities I never even dreamed of being possible.
That was well written.
Also
Hold on,
surprised
me.
at how many older women are commenting awful things with their kids in their bios. Weird. In the show, Chloe taps out on day 2 during a hike up the hill.
Boring.
People were giving Chloe stick because hiking is apparently so easy. It's not just hiking though, is it? This is the first season I'm watching of SAS Who Dares Wins, and I'd love to see the people commenting actually do this show. It's not just the physical aspect, it's constantly being shouted at by someone and being degraded to not even being a human. And may I remind everyone, Chloe wasn't the first person to drop out of this show.
I wasn't.
Stop sending
I
people
was the
hate.
fourth.
All she did was drop out
And
of
also
a
they
TV
like
show.
the
A hard one, might I add.
What are they called? The staff. They were shouting at me, stop fidgeting. I was like, I literally have ADHD. Like, I really struggle to. She is a diva. I did when I put that Snapchat up, I did see Mitchell asking, thank you. Oh, see? Nice. Everyone's like, you're living up to the Love Island reputation. Oh my God, that's my mum commenting, well said. My mum's commenting on the video. Go on, Louisa. Does she still get paid? Yes, I did. I know. I was like, at the end of the day, I see all the hate comments. I knew I was going to get it. But no one can be like harder on me than myself. Like, I was devastated. If I was to do it again, I knew I wasn't prepared. I should have pulled out. But then we didn't know if they were doing another season, like me and my management. And it's a show I've loved and I've wanted to do for years. Like, why would I not take that opportunity? Like, I just wanted to live it. I was just very violently unprepared, you know, because I think Bimini had the call. I had the call like maybe 2 months before. Bimini said that they'd been running like a bit with it. No, it was Lucy Spraggan, but Lucy loves stuff like that, so she's actually hard as nails. I tell you who is hard as fucking nails, Michaela McCollum. What a woman! She's hard as nails, and she looks so glam doing it. Who else is on it with me? Oh, Troy Deeney, who was an absolute gem. Like, him and Akin Fenwell, when anyone was down, like, they really tried to pick you up. Connor Ben, I cried in the morning. He was really, like, everyone was so lovely. I think we had a really good year. Rebecca Lewis, like, she was sat in the car with me and Louis having absolute lols. Like, she was a gem. Tash. I don't really... Did I speak to Harry? Yeah, me and Harry Traders, we were just like naughty. I think they really had it out for Harry though, because he's got like an army background, so they were hammering him. So it was just a lot. But you film 24/7. Obviously, there's no break. Which obviously I've done Love Island, but I did think like this show is intense. Like, can we just get a cup of tea? But you know that is actually hardcore. And my friend messaged me, who's in the industry, and she was like, oh, like I've been asked to do it. And I was like, just don't.
Would you do it again? If you had time to prepare.
Oh, I'd love to. I would absolutely love to. I would go and get hypnotized so I wouldn't be scared of heights. And I would have a month of like just pure running and starving myself because the food there. Oh, it was awful.
What food was it?
So I think I had cold porridge and some scrambled eggs in the rain.
That's it.
Yeah, and bananas. But I always say, I fucking hate bananas. So I always say on my contracts, I'm allergic to bananas. Bananas, tomatoes, and mushrooms. They just never have them, but they just had that. So everyone was having bananas, and I physically couldn't eat it because I'm a picky or whatever. I wasn't on the brink of, you know, hunger dying, so it was fine. But no, it was intense. But I've done it. Another one for the CV. If I could go back in time, I probably should have pulled out. But then why would I? Would I do it again? If I had a month to prepare and like didn't do Ibiza. So that was that. And actually the trolling, like I've had trolling before from like kids and that, and they do like they're quite, you know, graphic, like go kill yourself or bite the curb in 4K was the one I got from the Sidemen. But this, men are absolutely disgusting. Oh my fucking God, middle-aged women who have their kids in their bios. I replied to them and I was like, I hope your fucking children, don't behave like you. But the men, like, I literally got DM. I don't wonder if I kept it on my phone yesterday. Like, I read it over breakfast with Mills and Ruben yesterday, and like, we were all actually genuinely shocked. This man was like, couldn't even last 30 hours, but I bet you'd last 30 hours with my cock down your neck, you fucking slag. And I was like, you are a full-grown man. You are hell. But it's scary when like older men do that. So I was actually so like put down about the trolling, which you shouldn't in this job, but it's hard when it's fucking abundant. And thank God I was only in 2 episodes, you guys. But I moved my holiday like 2 days earlier because I thought I do not want to be in this country. I hate you all. So I went to Mallorca with my boyfriend. We stayed in, good segue. I know, it was good. So I went on holiday with I was going on holiday with my mum, her partner, my brothers, my sister, my brother's girlfriend, my sister's boyfriend, and then my brother's kids, like my nieces. But I just hate it so much, so I changed our flights. It only cost like 40 quid. EasyJet, because nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. So I changed our flights, but we went to Alcudia, which was... I didn't know what to expect, but I had all these like things for Calador in New York. I'd got the wrong place. Bearing in mind, oh my God, I'm burping, so I'm hungover, sorry. I thought it was, anyways, whatever, I booked this place, Alcudia. So I had all these like lovely recommendations for the wrong place, Mallorca, which is fucking great. So we booked a hotel. It was, and I'm going to sound really spoiled, but I couldn't believe it. But the hotel for 1 or 2 nights, but it cost me 300 quid. Which is expensive. That's with Booking Genius discount, but I was having a tantrum leaving the country. It was abysmal. Like, the room was dirty. It was really small. The room was so small, we slept with a suitcase on our bed. I actually slept with my hand luggage suitcase on my bed. So anyways, we went there and then we like walked around the town. Oh, I had my first buzzball. Have you had them? They're horrid.
You don't like them?
No.
Which one did you have?
The green one.
What's the green one? The
Tequila Rita. And I love tequila.
Yeah,
I had that.
They taste a bit
like poison.
Yeah.
Like Dettol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a buzzball. That was fun. My boyfriend's like training for an Ironman or something, and he was like a half Ironman. He was like, let's go for a run. Like, come on, like we can go and run around and see what's around. And I was like, yeah, okay. Like I was pretending I wasn't hungover. Oh my God. It was hell. We were running along the beach and I was really ready to cry. And then I got this acid reflux and then I just threw up. And then I cried, sat on the floor having a tantrum. And we'd run because he was like, let's do a 10K. So we were going to run one way, 5K, run back 5K. I got to 4 kilometers, threw up and cried. So I had to walk back 4 kilometers crying with sick on me. So that was cute. Then my family came and we checked all good. I don't know. I paid for it. It was my way of saying, hee, love you, fam. But they chose the Airbnb and I just sent my mum the money. And like the Airbnb was on like 7 different floors. Like there were so many stairs and there was like death traps, babies everywhere. Cause we had 202. So we had to like fireproof the fucking villa, whatever. My family can fucking drink. Like I was the most pathetic one. Bridie can drink more than me. She drank me under the table every single day. There was one day we did beer pong and I'm crap at beer pong, so I had to keep having all the shots. And then like they were playing really loud like Brazilian dance music and everyone was having a dance off, and then we got a complaint from the neighbours like, what the fuck were you doing? We were all really embarrassed. And then the neighbours got really annoyed at us, so they parked there. We had like a sloped driveway. They parked their car across the drive and it was like this whole thing, and I had to go around and apologise. Oh, my boyfriend's Portuguese. That's not Spanish, Ruben, if you're listening. That's not Spanish. So he's gone round next door talking Portuguese to them, and they're like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Trying to move this car, whatever. So that happened. I'm trying to think what else happened on this holiday, because my family are coming on and I don't want to like spill all the beans. What else happened? Oh, we went on jet skis. And oh my God, like my body, I just know I'm getting old and frail and fat and rank. My body was fucked the next morning and we'd all booked to go wakeboard. Also, by the way, why do boys just have to do activities on holiday? Why can't we just lay down for 8 hours? What's that about?
What's wrong with that?
What do you mean? Like
where else are you gonna wakeboard? The Thames.
God, do we need to wakeboard? Do we?
Do you need to sit down?
I need to lay down all day and read.
You Can't you do that in London?
No, I can't because I'm at work. I'm on this podcast. Oh my God, all I wanted to do was sit in the sun with a fucking pina colada and read my books and get really into my books. And by the way, I'm annoyed at you, book girlies, because you've fucking told me ever since I posted my first book talk, read Zodiac Academy, read like it's amazing. Crap. It's crap. It's written poorly. There's so many like random, relationships. I don't understand. These people are trying to kill you and then suddenly you're grinding on them in the club. Like, what is going on? But then like the ending kind of got a bit good, but I hated it. I'm not carrying on. So I'm reading the Plated Prisoner series, which is good. But what I will say, like, trigger warning, there's a lot of dark like undertones in there. Like, it's heavy. So after every book, I'm like taking a day because it's intense. But I do have my Kindle with me. Oh, I don't know where it is. Anyway, so that's what I'm reading. I'm really trying to think what else happened on this holiday. It was just like pure wake up, be hungover, go and do a fucking activity, walk around, drive 40 minutes to McDonald's because apparently you need a McDonald's when you're in Mallorca. No, we don't. It's not very Mallorcan of you. Had to do that. Then, we did actually go and spend the night in Palma, like halfway through. Me and Ruben like went to this amazing hotel. It was called El Lorenc something. That was the nicest hotel I've ever stayed in. And it was like, everything was like high tech and it was all, controlled off this iPad, and you can like order pillows and like you can order different types of pillows. So we spent about an hour just like getting all these free things. And then we went for dinner at Merchants. Oh my God. We had like the biggest fucking steak you've ever seen, in crab. Oh, well, I've never eaten so much as I did this holiday. But I love Spanish food, like tapas, paella, fresh seafood. Oh, it's my favorite. So we did that. And then I was really hungover the next morning, and we just simply had to go to the Nike outlet while I was hanging out my ass. It's 34 degrees, another activity. Then we went back and it was just like non-stop, like, oh my God, now we must go in the car and go and do something else. And I was so cross most of the time. And then when it got to the evening and it was like drinkies time, I was just so cross at everyone that one thing about me and my family is we argue. Like, we will cuss each other out all day, every day. I think maybe it's the same in all families, but there's no like boundaries. It's like you just say what you think, and it's always below the belt. It's always awful. So just every dinner it was like a new person arguing. In fact, there was I don't know if I should tell this story. My management might cut it out, but there was the first evening with my family, I obviously got. No, it was the second night. We went to this place. It was like really highly recommended on TikTok, and it was my one suggestion that everyone suggested a night. I was like, we have to go here. It's like highly recommended food experience, blah, blah, blah. There's TikTok videos about it because there's not a lot of TikTok videos about Alcudia, I'll tell you that. But we went to this place. It was crap. The service was awful. What was it called? La Terraza. Oh my God. L-A and then Terraza. We were there for 2 hours. Like, we'd ordered and we were being like, pleasant enough. But the people, I think you go there in Alcudia, maybe put. Oh, see, yeah. Yeah, so it's like that little circle. And like someone did a TikTok, the most beautiful restaurant in Mallorca. I was so excited, got there. And like, I think you go there, after the beach. Like, people were in their trunks, which is so fine, don't care. But the service was abysmal. Like, we waited 2 hours for our mains and they still weren't there. That's true. And that's my Spanish man. We waited 2 hours for our mains, and I thought, you know what, let's just leave and order, food. I just don't want to, and I don't want to spend, because I said I'd get the dinner. I said I don't actually want to pay. I just want to leave and not have it. So I went up to man and I was like, excuse me, is there any way we can get the bill now? We'd actually like to leave. We don't, and also we have a baby. Like, how old is Blossom? 2 months old? I don't know. And then Autumn, who's 2. And this man was just smoking a cigar in Autumn's face. And I was like, God, this is very overstimulating, bizarre. So I went up to them and I said, like, oh, is it okay if we leave now? And they were like, what do you mean leave? You haven't had your mains? And I was like, yeah, I've been waiting 2 hours for fucking paella. Do you know what I mean? You didn't tell me it'd be 2 hours. I wouldn't have ordered it. I'm starving. But I was, as pleasant as I could be. And then he went, you can't leave. And I went, come on, please. Like, let me get the bill. And he goes, I'm calling the police. And I went, oh, good. What am I supposed to do?
Over, but you wanted to pay?
Yeah, I said I want to pay. And then he was like, we were paying for the mains. And I was like, well, considering they've not even touched our table, no. I don't know what the right etiquette is, but I was pretty annoyed at this point. And like, we asked for a drink and this wedding party came in which is fine. Don't care about that. But then they came over and they're like, it'll be an hour wait for your cocktail. And that simply won't do. I'm not like, come on. This all bad. Anyways, he said, call the police. And I was like, oh, great. And then Ruben came out speaking Portuguese to him again. And I thought, oh my God, get me out of it. Anyway, so I compromised and I sat down and waited another half an hour for my main and then left. It was hell. Don't go there. It's crap. Any embarrassing things that happened on this trip? I'm trying to think. We went on jet skis for an hour and a half and I hate jet skis. I don't ever know. I always get on the back because I think it's going to be fun. I think it's cool for like a picture or like a TikTok. It was awful. It was so bad that it was really choppy that day. I thought I was going to die. So I cried. And then I tried to drive it and I couldn't. So I was like so flustered from crying. So then I had to get back on the back and cried even more. And my body the next morning, oh my God. I actually thought I'd been in a car crash. And guess what? My little sister went with her boyfriend to get a sports massage yesterday. And the woman said, what have you actually been doing? I think you have whiplash. So we got whiplash from the jet skis. So that was good. What else? I think that was it. Oh, one restaurant we went to, we ate mussels, but we bit into it and it had ice in it. They were frozen mussels. So me, Ruben and my brother actually had the shits for a whole day. And I enjoyed that day because we just stayed by the pool because no one wanted to do an activity because we were just shitting our brains out. And I liked that day because I could read my book. But apart from that, I feel like I need to actually think what happened on that holiday. But we can talk about it with my mum and my sister and my brother. So that's fun. But talking about chatting each other, hating each other, you guys have got dilemmas, which we love, and you sent it into Chloe versus the World. So why don't we get into them? I actually feel like I haven't done. I'm actually the worst person to send you a dilemma to. Right, dilemma number 1. I love going out, dinners, drinks, parties, the works. My partner, on the other hand, is the total opposite. He'd rather stay at home every weekend, and when I go out without him, he gets moody. I don't want to give up my social life, but I also don't want him to feel left out. How do you balance totally different lifestyles in a relationship? You don't, unfortunately. Party girls need to be with party boys. If he likes saying it and then he gets the by the way, what a fucking child. It just doesn't work. You have to have a party boy. Like, I couldn't be with someone who doesn't enjoy like going out and having a nice time. I also couldn't be with someone who doesn't get hangovers. You've gotta be the same. From my experience. And also, like, you like going out and enjoying all that, and he just stays in, like, doing what? Like, what do you really have in common at this point? If not alcohol and partying, I don't see the point in this relationship. I just don't think it works.
What do you think about, so say if you were with a party boy,
yeah,
right?
I am.
And, yeah, there you go. And the whole thing of, like, what if they were like, okay, Ruben was like, I love to party, you love to party, however, it's important to get my time with my friends, and so you never interacted when you partied. Do you think that's a bit of a red flag?
What does that even mean? You're in the same club, you're not chatting?
No, as in like you just don't go out together, but you go out separately.
What do I think about that? I personally would hate that. I think that's really weird. I think it's important that like you have to get along with people's friends and mix. Oh, hang on. Do I think that?
No, there's also a thing of like you like a boys' night out, a girls' night out.
Yeah, you have to have your girls' nights out, but then they have to have their boys' nights out. If I'm constantly out with my girls and you're not out with your boys, like, are you strange? Do you not have any friends? Like, come on. I think that's important. You can go do it, but not all the time. Do I think that? With my boyfriend, I think me talking about like I have the most perfect relationship in the world, but I like the balance that we've got where he can come out with my friends, but I've still not been to Wales, so I've not been out with his friends. So there's that. Okay, dilemma number 2. Whenever we're together, my partner is glued to their phone. We'll be out at dinner and they're scrolling through TikTok. Oh, he hates you. Or they hate you, don't know. I'm assuming it's a man. Or we'll be in bed and they're messaging friends. I've told them it makes me feel ignored, but they say I'm overreacting. How do I get them to understand it without starting World War III? They don't like you anyways if they're just on their phone all the time. But then sometimes I need my quiet time on TikTok. I love how you just flip your sunglasses on. And sunglasses. If you're at dinner and they're on TikTok, are they 14? Do they need an iPad to be stimulated at dinner without screaming? That's bizarre behaviour. I think that's quite rude. Like do I go on my phone at dinner? Yeah, to post Snapchats because I think that's fun and that's what I like to do. In bed, I think it's different. Like, I don't care if you're like on your phone in bed, but how do you make it equal? Why don't you do it, but 10 times worse and just ignore them? You know, just give them a taste of their own medicine. Why not? Or do that thing. I love that TikTok where it's like pretending that they neglect you. You know, if you're with your partner at a restaurant and they're on their phone and you like look around all like sad because they're not paying you any attention, and then you get everyone in the restaurant to feel sorry for you. I love that. And I actually did that the other day. He was on like a work call and we were at dinner and I was like, how can I make this about me? So I like looked around, like looking all neglected and like was trying to get everyone to feel sorry for me because he was on his phone. So I would do that or do it worse or dump them. Those are your options. So dilemma number 3. My mum means well, but she has a habit of getting way too involved in my life. Ooh, eek. From commenting on my dating lives, constantly asking why I haven't achieved certain milestones yet. It's exhausting. I love her, but how do I set boundaries without hurting her feelings? Guys, that's a deep question for me, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know the answer to this one. I don't have any inspiration. With my mum, when she used to be like, why aren't you married? And I'm like, shut up. Go away. I've got other things I need to do. Family relationships, I think, you know, they're all subjective and I can't simply comment on this. I have no solution, but good luck with whatever you do. That's all I can say. Oh, what have I got planned for the future? What have I got planned for the future? Guys, I'm 30 next month, bitches. Yeah. And I'm going to Tulum with my honeys. So that's what I'm doing. So basically it's my 30th. Oh my God. And guess what? Me and Millie are doing our summer party this Saturday. And it's crazy wig themed. And guess what? I ordered my wig off the website. I ordered like 7 wigs off this website. And I sent them all to my old Essex address. So they're just constantly getting wigs turning up with my name on it. So sorry to you. But yeah, we're having our big summer party, which is always fun. And thank God it's bank holiday, which means we have Sunday and Monday off. Woo! At the moment, I might have some work to do, don't know. But all of our friends are like staying until Monday, so that'll be really, really fun. Excited to do that. Then what else have I got going on? I don't know. I think Chris Appleton's doing my hair this week. I'm getting my hair done. Do you guys need to know that? Probably not. But no, we have the wig party and then it'll be September and then it's my 30th. So that means that I only have a month and a bit left of being really fun. Because when I'm 30, I must retire a bit. Because I'm concerned. I have the shakes just all the time. No, I'm joking. But anyways, that's what the fuck just came out of my mouth? That's what's up. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next week. Ciao, ciao.